Hello everyone. So we have now completed the part 1 of this book, and it's called Getting Off to a Good Start, and we have started very good in our word or vocabulary journey. And here here basically session 17 and 18 is all about the things that we have learned in the entire part 1, getting started on a good note. And what we have, or what I have learned till now, is that if I'm trying to learn some words, some new words, then I have to not just memorize those words, try to find out the root cause of the word or root word, then some add some suffix or prefix and try to create those words so that you understand those words for a long time. And this book teaches you to do that in the same way. And one more important point is that whenever you are trying to learn new words, if you know some story behind those words, how those words are generated, then that will you to help you to connect with those words. So one word was basically stars. So that word was mm, stars, something that was related to stars. I'm not remembering the story behind that. So that's how that word arrived. I have discussed it in the previous videos as well. So that was the point. And now, what I am going to do in this video is basically I'm going to recite you session 17, what I have learned and summarize, and that I have written in my diary. Along with that, we will be covering session 18. So, in this session 18, we have been taught about the entire part 1 of this book, where we have talked about the word that we have learned and all of this. So, you can just go through all this if you are following me in the vocabulary journey. And one more point is that let's start with the root words. Here we are going to learn about some words, basically 10, 20 words from the only 2 or 3 root words. So first root word is SCIO, SCIENS, CO or sines, that means to know. And so now let's start with some words that are, first one is conscience, 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 conscience. So someone says that conscience means inner knowledge of right or wrong. If you have something or some inner knowledge of right or wrong, then that means conscience. If I have to give some examples, I would say that I did not cheat in the examinations because my conscience does not allow me to do. I do not lie because my conscience do not allow me to do or allow me to lie. My conscience does not allow me to lie. My conscience does not allow me to cheat in the examinations. These are all the inner knowledge of right or wrong. These are the wrong things. So my conscience does not allow me to do that. That's how this conscience are. Then there is unconscionable. Un means no, not, and conscienceable, that means conscience. So if I'm doing some things without conscience, then unconscionable. So there are some tasks that you do. You know that those things are right or wrong, but you doesn't care. You just do it without caring about those things. Then that is unconscionable. I was It was an unconscionable act. Now there is conscious. So aware. Science. Now science. So science, it means a systematic knowledge of something, that is science. And there is omniscient. So omni, it means all. Omni means all. And scient means no. So omniscient, it means if I know everything, then I am omniscient. So you'd say that Who knows everything? In every friend circle, there are some person, there is a guy who knows everything. And then that person is omniscient. So in every friend group, there is a friend who is consent, or who is considered consent. Now, one more relatable example is God. So God knows everything. So God is considered as omniscient. So God is considered as omniscient. Then we have omniscience. So a noun word of this omniscient. Present. Present. So pre means before, sent means know. So someone who knows before any incident happens. It means someone who knows future, or someone who is knowing the future, then those things or those persons are present. So I met a person who made a present prediction that there will be earthquake, and it happened, and I was astonished. How could that be possible? Someone can predict, or someone knows the future. But I don't believe this kind of nonsense. Then there is nescience. Nescience, it means ignorance. Nescience, ignorance. Nescent, it means ni means not. Scient, it means ignorant. So he is nescent about politics. If someone is ignorant about something, then that person is nescent. And if I am ignorant about politics, that means I am nescent about politics. Then we have one word, not, you cannot say a root word, but a word that's called gilib. It means smooth but fake, or glibness, smooth talking. So you have heard about some persons who are very sweet when you talk, but on the backside they bitch you. So bad back bitchers who talk smooth and who flatter you from their talking in front of you, but they backstab you from the behind, then those persons are glib. And such type of behavior is glibness. Then we have one root words, one, or the last root word that we have is Greg or Grex, that means herd or group. If something is in group, then that is Greg or Grex, that will start from that word. So one word is egregious, egregious, egregious. Okay, not egregious, it's egregious. So eg means out, and grius means hurt. So if you are standing out in a bad way, that means egregious. So I laughed at some serious situation, and that was a egregious mistake. Now, gregarious, gregarious, huge. Gregarious means it means herd or group. Gregarious, huge. So someone who loves being in a group, then that's called gregarious. Then we have congregate, congregate, something that is together group. So gather together. If someone gathers together, then that is congregate group. We have congregation, segregate. So segregate, it means apart, gregate, group. So a group who is apart, segregate. Something that is in group, you put them apart, segregate. Then we have aggregate. Aggregate means towards. Agree towards. Aggregate towards a group. Something that is coming towards a group. That means it collects or combines. That is aggregate. And one word, one another meaning of aggregate in terms of noun is sum. You aggregate something, you sum something. Or a total or a whole, it aggregate. Then aggregation. So just like photosynthesis is a process by which plants make their food. Similarly, aggregation, the process of collecting something, called aggregation. Now, from this word, we have completed session 17 of this book, and in session 18 we have been talked about the things that we have learned from these entire 17 sessions and summary of that. So we have completed session part 1 of this book, and there are few more parts that are left, and we'll go one step at a time and complete the entire book. This task is boring for me as well, because for that I have to first read it, then make notes out of it, and after making the notes I have to recite all these. And I know these kind of things are being repetitive for me as well, but I think I can improve, or I can add some more stuff in this day-to-day conversation, so that it will be engaging as well, and it will be fun. So let's start, or we'll meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye.